Hello, hey y'all, hey kings, queens, chosen ones, okay? The ones who ride with the Most High, who do the honest things, who do the honest workings out here in the world, okay? Who do the good deeds and not to balance out the bad deeds, just do good deeds because it's on your heart, okay? Hey, welcome y'all, okay? So, Spirit is calling me to look deeper into some situations because, I went into a thought after my child said something to me, and it was, do you know how people die from smoke? You know, from fire, is what he said, from fire. And I was like, first question, I'm like, where did you learn that from? Who were you talking to about that? And he couldn't recall. And so I just moved forward or whatever. And I was like, okay, well, how do they, pass or whatever? And he explained to me from smoke inhalation or whatever. Well, he didn't say that specifically, but he was like, they'll breathe up the smoke and the smoke get rid of the oxygen or whatever. And I was like, that's right. So anytime you see smoke, you make sure you go outside, or you make sure you get into a, space where you can breathe and stuff like that. So, but it triggered me because that's how my father passed. And usually God will allow things to trigger memories in your head in order for you to, he'll allow you to be triggered to jog something in your memory so that you can remember what has taken place. And so what it was for me is that I told him, I said, well, that's how your grandfather passed. Your grandfather passed of smoke inhalation from a fire. Now, the thing is, y'all, like I spoke about this before, it's the fact that my mother had, wanted to get insurance. I witnessed this, at the age of like 17, 18, something like that. I witnessed it, and my mom was telling my dad to get life insurance, and my dad was like, no, I don't want to get life insurance. That means you're about to die if you finna get life insurance or whatever, And for black people, I'm not gonna lie, that's moderately true when you broke. You get what I'm saying? When you don't have, just the money to invest. Nowadays, it's a lot cheaper. You know what I'm saying? But at the time, he said he didn't want to get life insurance because of this, because of that. And I remember my mother going to get, papers and stuff like that from an insurance company that my father never, I never saw my father go to this insurance company, never heard him say, yes, I wanted it or whatever, And at this time, my intuition was not spot on with shit like that, because I would think that it was just unbelievable, unimaginable to even think that people would be on this type of shit, would be on this type time. So especially your own family members, like it's tough to be born into this shit. Like that's like one of the worst shits ever, like for real, to be born into that shit and not know. You get what I'm saying? Like that's the worst, because you're not even having a choice. And when you're born into it and you don't know, that means because they did not choose you to carry on a legacy or whatever the fuck. You get what I'm saying? To give you the bad traits, to teach you the bad ways and all of this bullshit. They probably chose another sibling or whatever, so you didn't even know. So more than likely, you're going to be the scapegoat. And then anytime you start to wake up and find out or whatever, they're going to start attacking your ass, or anytime they feel like you about to surpass a certain threshold or some shit like that, they're going to start attacking your ass. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what they do. So, he triggered that in me, and I just thought about it. The way that my father passed, it was supposedly from a cigarette on the couch. The fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like that's bullshit. And then it was in the living room, and he proceeds to go to the back room instead of actually try to leave out of the house or break a glass in the living room or something like that when it's bars on the windows in the back room. It was only one other bedroom. It was a 1-bedroom duplex. Okay. So, and his brother actually stayed next door. And not too long before my father passed, his brother, his youngest brother, he was living next door to him. And he actually moved out prior to my father passing, prior to the fire. You know, he ended up moving out right before my father was taken out. And they reached out to me, never really tried to communicate with me, never tried to, you know what I'm saying? None of that shit. I don't know if it's because of my parent, my mother. I don't know if they did not have a good tight-knit relationship or whatever the case may be, but they left me out of, you know, major shit. So of course they left me out of literally every fucking thing. Even as a child, you know, I would be at home like by myself. You get what I'm saying? Like, you know, that's why it was so easy for me to be able, well, I'm not gonna say easy because this journey was not easy at all, but it was more, you know, it was just a little bit more easy for me because I had already been through the, you know, stage of being alone, of learning myself, or understanding my gifts and stuff like that, you know. But over time, you know, getting distracted and people attacking you and trying to create situations in your life so that you can be distracted with the situations that people are creating for you, and you not knowing that that's the reason why people coming at you a certain way, you're just gonna naturally be reactive, and it's just gonna deter you from the path that you're actually supposed to be on, the path that you could have been on a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? But it's never too late, and it's better now than never. You feel what I'm saying? So never give up. Most definitely, I was unaware at the time. But definitely he was a sacrifice, you know what I'm saying? And they did him the same way they were doing me, but I wasn't going for that shit, you know. And luckily for me, we have the internet, we have something, you know, we have the fucking internet, and you just have to consistently speak on your behalf in order to save yourself, in order to protect your life, just knowing that you have information out there that is going to reach the public or somebody, or you know what I'm saying, to warn the next person or whatever, so that it's not in vain. You know what I'm saying? We got to meet them with that energy, you know, meet them halfway with our good energy. You feel what I'm saying? In order to balance this shit out, because there's way too much negativity going on. And I can only imagine, you know, my life could have been a lot harder. I could have went through a whole bunch of other shit. People looking into my life would say I've been through the worst. But me knowing that I have God's grace, you get what I'm saying, as far as him, you know, being able to forgive me in the times that I weren't aware, like, you know, that's just beautiful. You know, you cannot, I'm so grateful, you know what I'm saying, because I've been through a lot of shit, you know what I'm saying. But it's just the fact that we all have, you know, different life paths. We all go through this shit for a reason, you know what I'm saying. I won't let the shit be in vain. Lady, please don't drive out there in that nice BMW. But yeah, like, I would not let it go in vain. I would not let that go in vain. So, you know, I've been through all this for a reason. My father been through all that for a reason, and he probably been through that in order to save my ass. You feel what I'm saying? Had he not gone through that, I wouldn't have even known what it was when I saw it. You feel what I'm saying? But because I saw him intentionally, you know what I'm saying, and enjoying seeing him suffer, and then him begging for his family back, and me seeing how my mother was doing. Blessed to you, King. Darkness is okay. Every day has enough trouble. Yes, it definitely does, and that's why we have to bring the good energy. That's why we have to bring the love. That's why we have to bring the hearts, okay? Because it's fading. No, people try to intensity Like, and it's so bad because these people do the shit that they do and still wind up fucked up, still be at the bottom of the barrel. You feel what I'm saying? Like, come on, you know what I'm saying? Like, that shit is just bad. Like, don't think the shit all the way through. You know, I mean, it was easier for them to get away with shit at a certain point in time, but now we're in the Aquarian age, which is like openness. Like, everything is open. It's with the quickness, you know, like, and that's on everything. You can make money overnight on fucking TikTok. You get what I'm saying? Like, people don't have to resort to the things that they used to resort to in order to get, you know, the outcome. And it's so, it could be 1,000 times fucking better. And then your energy, like, what is it when you risk you gain the whole world but to lose your soul? You get what I'm saying? Like, and your energy to be fucked up and thrown off and up, and that's no peace. What's the point of having money when you have no peace? That's why they say more money, more problems, because of the way that it's accumulated, the way that it's gotten in. Even when it's good, even when it's clean money, it still bring problems because the lust of money for others. Oh, I already know. I'm already on it. But that's a good thing to go by. Living without wants. Exactly. Having no demand for anything. Having no taste, no urge for nothing. And I'm already at that point. I've already been there. Like, certain things don't appease me. A lot of shit don't appease me. Finances, clothing. I got Jordans in my closet that I don't wear. You feel what I'm saying? Because I bought them at a point in time in which I had, you know, that mentality of, you know, getting it, you know, money and the materialistic shit. You get what I'm saying? But when you realize, like, I've already been past the point, realize that it's in me, it ain't on me. Nothing that I put on me is gonna change the inside of me. That's why when I see somebody who fancy, look good, look nice, or whatever the case may be, like, I've had to learn that lesson as well. You get what I'm saying? It's gotta be in you. Nothing that you put on you is going to make you any different on the inside, and that's what the fuck counts. Many things take your moment instead of time. Right, exactly. Most definitely. A lot of people will try to steal your spotlight. Yeah, and try to steal your moment. But like I was saying, as far as my father goes, from a cigarette, don't believe it. Escape route, you pass by a side door in order to go to a back room, the only room. You pass by a side door. The fire starts in the living room. You got the living room, side door to the kitchen that leads to the hallway that has the bathroom off of it. And if you continue straight, it has the bedroom, the only bedroom there, which had bars on the windows. So in the case of a fire, you will not pass by an exit to go to a room that has no exit. And then, man, it's just crazy because they all interconnected. The man who owned the house and bought us pizza and shit live in the same fucking neighborhood we was in the apartment setting. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of suspect ass shit, you know? And a lot of them are interconnected. And I know that my parent knows a lot of people. You get what I'm saying? And that ain't for no reason. Like, come on now. Now, if I was a dumb bitch or, you know, inconsistent with my intuition, then yeah, I probably could have been fooled. But because I saw him and witnessed him go through this shit, man, and they tried to convince me that he was crazy. You get what I'm saying? Tried to convince me. I never saw him as crazy. Never saw him as crazy. Never saw him as, you know, aloof or any of that. He was just the same. Always the same. Unless somebody was fucking with him, messing with him, taunting him, you know, trying to trigger him like they do, because that's what they do. They try to trigger you to get you out of your normal natural element, to get you out of your normal, natural state. Come on, little Toyota. Come on, Corolla. Do your thing. But try to get you out of your natural state, you know, so that you can act out of character. So that they can label you as crazy. So that they can put labels on you. So that they can say, oh, look at what he's doing. Look at what he's saying after everything that you've done and you've said. But people are only seeing one side of the situation. You feel what I'm saying? But that shit just hurt me to the core to have to watch him go through it. And then they got the nerve to try to put me through the same shit. Bitch, please. Hoe, suck a dick. Choke on that hoe. Do you feel me? Sorry, I'm gonna be nice. But y'all, I mean, you know, I don't give that energy out to nobody. I don't do that. I might say, you know, shit like that under my breath. But even when I know the truth about this woman, I still, you know, because I don't know her truth. I don't know her history. I don't really know what she's been through to do the things that she's done. Because she's not coming straight forward to me and, you know, being honest with me or whatever the case may be. So I don't fucking know. You get what I'm saying? You will only know what your parents inform you of. You will only know what your parents tell you. You get what I'm saying? So with that being said, I try my best not to judge her for doing what she did. I try my best. And I don't treat her no type of way. I still see her. I still hug her when I see her. I tell her I love her. You know what I'm saying? Because it has to be a lack thereof in order for you to perform that way in your life anyway. Because I would never do nothing like that. Me loving myself, me loving who I am, just the way I am, not caring to change anything, you know, being awakened. Because when I was asleep, of course, you're going to be enticed by, you know, the shit that the world has to offer. Just pray for who you hate. Boy, I don't hate no fucking body. I'll never give nobody that power over me to say I hate somebody. Do you know how much energy I would have to put into somebody to say that I hate them? Are you kidding me? Especially if you don't know. If I don't know what, you got to get specific, love. Because I know what I know. Intuition is real. Just like I know you a bot, or you playing, or you BSing. But anyway, just pray for who you hate. Oh, for who hate you. I'm sorry. This is when I found you out. I'm sorry. Forgive me, love. I see. But you right, you know. You right. And I mean, shit, I've been hating my whole life. I pray for everybody anyway. I will never stop doing that. You get what I'm saying? I pray for my direct enemies. You know what I'm saying? The ones for face value, who I, know specifically. Like, who show me. Let me say that. I'm not going to say who I know, because I know what I know. But as far as who actually show me their hate, show the hate that they have for me. But, pardon me. Yeah, I do that anyway, I do that anyway. Most definitely. I done made it to my destination. I just had to come on here because, it's just difficult, and I can only imagine another female going through this. And it's so many other women who are going through shit like this. You know what I'm saying? Who mothers had a hate for the fathers, and now they got a hate for you, or or secretly. That's the fucking worst, because you confiding in this person, you coming to this person, telling this person all of your information, your business, and they running back. You know what I'm saying? You don't know who they got connections with. They been here long before you, and they can talk to a person who kids come to your job and fuck with you and try to get you fired. And you get what I'm saying? Like, I done been through so much. And then not only that, but a sibling, my older sister, always have shown her hate for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's who I knew. Like, she hated me for sure. But when I think of people who hate someone else, you know what I'm saying? Like especially when they have a hate for me, and I know this, or they have some sort of, I'm not gonna say a hate, but it grew into a hate, it grew into an envy. But at first it was more like a jealousy type thing. And for me, I was just always catering, trying to make this person like be happy with who you are, try to make, and then that's stealing my energy, because I'm wasting all my time and my energy and shit trying to make you see who you are and how beautiful you are and your own individuality. You get what I'm saying? And who has, like, no, like, you only do that for so long. But, at a point, she was just like, that's her thing, try to make me feel bad about me being who I am. Like, I can't even be myself. You get what I'm saying? Like, the only time I can make this person laugh is when I'm telling you fucked up stories of what happened to me today, or you know what I'm saying, or this lady who, it's just shit like that. That's the only shit that'll make you, like, I can't come and tell you no good, happy information. I can't share with you. I can't really, like, it was real difficult because I didn't really feel like I had a big sister, and then when we all, got older and shit like that, it turned into like a secretive hate. You know what I'm saying? Like, she crazy. But, I remember my sister telling me, she wanted to tell me, but she didn't tell me. She told me, but she didn't tell me. She was like, Quita, mama money hungry. That's not my name, but that's what she called me. She was like, mama money hungry. And I was like, what you mean? And she was like, you gonna see. You gonna see. You gonna see one day. You gonna. And I'm like, bitch, tell me. Why don't you tell me? You know what I'm saying? Like, why won't you tell me? It's because if you tell me, you'll be throwing yourself under the bus as well. You feel what I'm saying? And it's so crazy because my sister would say stuff. Like, I was real close with my mama, and that's how she wanted it to be, because I almost felt like I was kind of under spells. Like, she may have put me under spells and shit, because I spent every day with her, which is not unusual for a mother and a daughter. But it was this one time she went out of town. Her and my dad, they went out of town. And I wasn't even I wasn't even missing my dad like that, I was missing my mother. And it was like, I got sick. I fell sick. Like, and my auntie, like, she had to really cater to me. And like I was sick to the stomach, puking, sweating and shit. You get what I'm saying? And missing her really, really bad. And like, you don't supposed to miss nobody like that. Like, I mean, yes, that's your mom, but I'm supposed to get sick. The fuck? So that was just real weird for me. That was just real weird for me. You know what I'm saying? But, when you get a chance to, when you get enlightened about certain things, and then you can reflect on it with a different perspective, with a different point of view, because now your eyes are open, so you'll be able to peer into, the past with a new set of eyes, so you'll be able to see things that you could not see at the time. You get what I'm saying? So a lot of stuff had been revealed to me. A lot of stuff. I'm talking about they would be in cahoots with your friends and try to get your friends to, be jealous of you, or think that you jealous of them, or just create hostile and chaotic environments and stuff. You get what I'm saying? But, y'all, I can remember it was times that I would be going through difficult shit, and she'll be laughing. My sister be laughing at me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember this one time, I was not too long ago, maybe like a year ago, I was in my mom's house, and I had been invited to a party or whatever, and I was gonna go to the party. It was a rooftop downtown, and I was telling her, I was like, I'm finna go to this rooftop party and blah blah blah. She was like, don't tell me. I was like, whoa. I mean, that's natural for a parent to want to know where their child is gonna be. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're gonna be out or whatever the case may be, because I was living with her at the time, like, and that was just so odd for me, because even when we don't have that close-knit relationship that we used to have, because I know the information that I do know. You get what I'm saying? Like, she's never showed me her, like, disingenuine. Like, I can't get a word for that, but she never showed me, like, I don't want to say her hate for me, but hey, darkness. You know, I really didn't want to say, you know, show her hate for me, but that's the time that she showed me. You know, I was able to see, because she's that goody two shoes, churchy, try to act like she, you know, holier than thou, don't hate nobody, love for all, and all of that type of stuff. You get what I'm saying? And so that's another reason why you would never suspect. But that's their facade, that's their cover up. And y'all, I'm telling you, so many people, if y'all start looking at these church folks and all of this shit, like, y'all will start seeing that it's fugazi. Like, I learned that a long time ago, you know, but still at the same time, like, as far as most of these people who be preaching the word and all of this in these churches and stuff like that, yeah, I mean, it's a money scheme. Just like that man who going back to jail again for doing that scamming at his church. And I think he scammed a lady out of like $90,000 or something like that. And that's a lot of money for just everyday person, you know. Life savings, man, that's gotta hurt, you know. Woo. It's a lot of money to be, you know, thinking that you putting your heart into something and they play with you. That's painful. Okay, that's very painful. I'm sure we've all been scammed on a small scale, so just think about your life savings, man. And then she was an older lady. That's some cold game, y'all. But I love y'all. I hope that you all find some love, joy, and peace, and happiness, and contentment, and keep it. You know what I'm saying? And put it above everything, you know. And it's difficult, because, you know, we all have something in this world that we love, you know, like love a lot or like a lot. You know what I'm saying? But you have to face the reality. And that'd be the most difficult part. But once you face the reality, you release, you let it go. And don't fall back asleep into the matrix. I love y'all, and later.